Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Amanda. It's great to have you here. And
I can't reach my jacket.
you can't reach your jacket? 1 minute, we need to get Olivia her jacket. Okay, we're back. It's always something with kids, right? So today is Thursday, April 13th. And I just picked up my Azure Standard haul for April. I'll take you along with me on what I grabbed. It's just going to be a quick one. I didn't get a whole lot of stuff, and I'll just show you how I'm storing it. We've had an incredible amount of melting. There's that fire pit where you only saw the tippy top of my tripod. Are the kitties good runners?
Yeah.
It's nice to be outside and not have snow everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been melting significantly. Even look at the garden right here. You can't step over the garden now like they were in my last video. That's how much it's melted in 3 days. Hi, Mama. It's been crazy busy this whole week, and I'll fill everybody in later on what's going on and why it's been such a crazy week. Can't really talk about it right now, but I will. Anyway, I will later. So I'm gonna flip you around and show you what I grabbed. Okay, here is my 25-pound bag of flour because I was out. I think I had that in my last video. And then this has all my other smaller stuff that I grabbed. Here it shows. I was supposed to get oats, rolled oats, a 25-pound bag of that, but it was not shipped with this order. I don't know what was wrong. It must have been a supply issue or something. And then, so they will send that out on the next one. And then there's kidney beans that I grabbed. And then I got olive oil, a big olive oil. Like I said last time, I was going to get a big one. And then, yeah, I think that's it. So there was my total. And according to some of the things I found on Amazon, especially with it being organic and stuff like that, the price is better through Azure for me. So I'm going to get this stuff in and we're going to take a look at it and I'll show you how I store it. All right, here are the 3 out of the 4 things that I got. I'm going to put this flour into this 5-gallon bucket with the Gamma lid on it. I think you guys have seen that before. That is what I use to fill my countertop flour container. So I'm going to refill that and I'll show you how much that gives me in my 5-gallon bucket. It's usually about full. And then I got this olive oil. It looks a little silly because it's still really cold out, so it kind of made it look a little silly. Kidney beans. I got these because I had a deal at Walmart, yeah, where I got these little guys for like $1. And so they were super cheap, but I didn't have enough to can. I only had these 3. I should have just grabbed a bunch when they were that cheap and just, I don't know why I'm like, oh, I'll only get 3. Amanda, never do that. If you find a good deal on stuff that's getting more expensive, just get a bunch. I'm not saying clear the shelves out and, deplete everything, but get enough to do something with, because this wasn't enough to really do anything with other than dry storage if I wanted to put them in like Mylar bags or something like that. But I want to can them because I want them readily available for like chili and stuff like that. So now I have enough to soak overnight, and then I'm going to probably can these over the weekend. So now I have enough beans to be able to do that. And then this is just going to go right on my pantry shelf, and I will refill my little container on my counter from this. So kind of the theme that I have here is that I'm basically making my pantry like a grocery store. Girl, you better stop.
Wow. Which way do you want your food? This way? This way.
That way.
What?
That way.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got it. birthday today.
No, not today.
Why is it your birthday today? Mommy, it's just the day.
Okay, so see how much that filled? It's pretty much an entire 5-gallon bucket, and this is 25 pounds of flour, just for reference. So that fills this up, and this, the last time I purchased it, I'm gonna have to go on and look, and I'll just type it here in the video, the last time I purchased a 25-pound bag of flour, and that's how long it lasted me. Okay, quick seedling update while I'm videoing. So my cabbage and my broccoli, I ended up losing. I thinned them, like I said, where I left only one seedling in each, cell. And so I thinned them. They were doing wonderful. They look great. I mean, they still look all right. But my husband, when he took the skid steer out of the garage, the last snowstorm we got, left the door open. And when he left the door open, it became like... I didn't have a temperature thing, thermometer in here, but it ended up being pretty darn cold. Like I could see my breath cold, and that spells death for a seedling. So I'm lucky that these guys didn't completely die. They're doing fine. They got some, their first leaves they got have died back, which is gonna be fine. We'll be able to drop those, and they'll keep on living because these big adult leaves are on here. So that's fine. My onions, I lost a few of those too because of that little cold snap. But not a big deal because I have to come in, now that these are about 5 inches, 6 inches tall, I'm going to come in and trim them up individually and leave, I don't know, a couple inches, I suppose, and encourage that bulb development. Because see, right now it's roots, of course, but there is not a lot of bulb action going on. See that? Maybe not because my hand's in the way. So we'll leave those covered up. I'm going to trim these up. I just watered them, and so some fell over a little bit due to the watering. I'm just going to leave them for today, and then tomorrow I'm going to come in and trim them just to make sure that they have a little time to bounce back after the watering. And I'm going to try and get some of the dead pieces off, the dead that happened because of that freeze. So we're okay. They'll make it through. They just look a little tough right now. So quick update. And then this weekend, also in this video, I'm going to plant my peppers and my tomatoes, and you guys will come along for a quick little insert of that. Okay, we're back on Tuesday now, and oh, look at this little, I'm pretty sure it's an Asian beetle, but it's still a cute little ladybug looking thing on the plant. It's nice to see some bugs. It means winter's close to over, I think. I did plant my tomatoes and peppers. Now, please do not laugh at me. I was in such a hurry last night because Olivia was crying. She wanted to go to bed, and so I just grabbed the first thing I could find in my garage to cover up my plants or my seeds that I started, and it was puppy pads, okay? So don't judge me. I'm gonna go get towels to actually put over it this time. But I did do Amish paste. So this was kind of the thing that I showed you guys in one of my other videos on how to save these from rotisserie chicken, and you can use them to make mini greenhouses, because look at all that condensation that's gathering in there, keeping them nice and wet to help with germination. So here's there's a little tomato seed popping back down there. They don't have to be buried or anything like that. They'll still germinate if you keep the soil wet. So what I did was I just put up to this ridge right here pretty much with soil, seed starting soil, and then I left enough room so I could top my seeds, and I just literally poured the seed packet into my hands and I sprinkled it all over. And then I took my other seed packet, I did 2 Baker Creek seed packets worth of Amish paste tomatoes in here, and I just sprinkled them all over, made sure they were nice and spread out as best I could. It's not an exact science. And then I took some more soil, seed starting soil out of my container, and I sprinkled it on top, and I didn't push, I just wiped like this to make it all even out gently, and that's it. I didn't water it again. It's just wet from moistening the soil in the beginning. So this is ready to germinate, and I cannot wait to see these little tomatoes pop up. I did a whole bunch, so I'm going to be sharing some with my mom and sister. I'm very confident that they will germinate just fine and have no problems, and then we will transplant them. We'll pot them up together, and I'm going to pot them up with these. I have a whole bunch of these, and then these will just set inside of my long trays that I got from Menards. I got them for like $1.50 or something, super cheap. Got this and the little liners that I just showed you, super cheap from Menards, and then some that I kept from the nursery, etc. Okay, so these are jalapenos. Every single one has 2 jalapeno seeds in them, just in case for germination, which I just got them this year, so I'm not too worried about them not germinating. But we're always going to be safe, rather safe than sorry with planting. So those are ready to rock and begin to germinate. I do want to do a small batch of like slicing peppers just to have fresh peppers, but I still have a ton of peppers from this last year in my freezer that my husband and I sliced up and we froze with onion. Speaking of onion, I did trim them down. I cut quite a bit off. I think there's one that I missed. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to keep an eye on these. The soil's still pretty wet. I probably will water it tomorrow, though it's starting to dry out a little bit. But as you can see, I chopped it all about the same length. And now this will tell the roots to really start bulbing and getting bigger to get a more substantial root system going on. But my cabbage is looking great. Broccoli is also looking great. And that's pretty much it for my seeds. I do need to get more going because it's starting to get later in April, and I am kind of worried now because it's getting later, so we'll get there. So that's about all I got for you guys right now. Things are really hectic. I think I can say what I'm doing, I just can't discuss about what I'm doing, if that makes sense. I'm on a jury right now, and it's a very long jury. So I'm doing jury service very far away from where I currently live, and that's pretty much all I can say. So that's why my videos are super sketchy for being posted and shot. I'm not having a lot of extra time between the travel and, regular housework and stuff like that I need to do the stuff that I like to make videos of and the content for you guys. It is still melting. I can see almost my whole yard right now, and I'm super jacked about that. I can't see my garden yet, and that's okay because, like I said, we still got seeds to start and stuff to do. But I am starting to, I'm going to look at the forecast. We do have a bit of snow possibly in our forecast coming up this weekend, so I'm not going to be doing any kind of planting outside. That's part of what I want to do. Sorry, my phone's being silly. Part of what I want to do out on my back deck. I'm going to be using those planters on my back deck, and we are going to plant some things together. And I just kind of want to walk you through what we're going to be doing and what kind of like my vision is for that. So for sure, the thing that I want to plant in my deck planters, like the ones mounted on my deck railing, is going to be leafy greens. I've already done this. I did a video on this like an August year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago. Anyway, if you look back, you can see I did plant greens on those deck planters, and it worked great, and I got harvest out of them. But this time I'm going to plant them a little bit differently. I'm going to evenly sow. I just did 2 rows in each planter. This time I'm going to just completely like cover crop sow the greens in there. I'm really jacked for that. So that's gonna be good because I've been eating a lot of salad lately. I've been working on health, so I've been eating a lot of salad, and this is gonna be great because I can grow kale back there. I've already done it. I know I can do it. I'm gonna grow other leafy greens, and I'm gonna make some amazing salads. And I've got a Italian dressing recipe that I found on YouTube. I will share that when I share the recipe where I found it, because it's not mine, but I love it and you will love it too. So I hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to try and shoot as much as I can when I can here and there. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being patient with me as I'm trying to keep doing videos and still live my life. So you guys have a great week and we will see you next time. Bye.